Hello, and we're live. And tonight on the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre page, we have Mark Dudley from
Hi,
East
everyone.
Anglia Paranormal. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, and
How are you?
I'm fine. I actually met you at the weekend, didn't I? And that was quite intense.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, which is like a local location to me, but you travelled quite a way for it. But yeah.
Yeah,
So, what actually got you into the paranormal then, Mark?
um, it's been years. Before I was involved with paranormal, I was very spiritual as well. So I wanted to know if there was an afterlife. I'd had several readings. I've been to a few spiritual churches, seen how they work. But then one day a friend invited me on a public ghost hunt, and I went along, and it was it wasn't anything wow, it was a small museum in southwest Norfolk, which I'm returning to later on in the year.
Wow.
And we just had small stuff happening, knocks, bumps on command, EMF meters just doing what they do, if the spirit comes close.
Yeah.
But after that, I just wanted to know more, and that was pretty much it, really. That got me involved in the paranormal, and that was back in 2015.
Yeah. Did you find out those things like you just went along and I don't know, you just kind of sat around most of the night, didn't you? Not a lot happened, and
Exactly. A lot of
yeah.
the time sit, we just sat on the stone floor basically, because it used to be an old police station.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think there was like two of us sat on the bench, so that left no room for me. So I was sat on the stone floor, and we could hear outside with just bumps and bangs and stuff. And we kept looking
Yeah.
out the door, nothing there at all. And
Yeah.
it was really exciting. One of the people got a bit nervous there, but I just wanted more. And
Yeah.
then so I wanted to meet other like-minded people within the paranormal community. So in 2016, I started the Facebook group, which was then known as Southwest Norfolk Paranormal.
Wow.
I've got some people who've been there right from the start. Um,
That's
at the
brilliant.
time, yeah, at the time I was living in Southwest Norfolk, just outside Bedford,
Okay.
and then I moved to a few years after that. I moved to Cambridgeshire. That's when I changed the name. That's when I met you. It was known as Fenland Paranormal.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Out here, you're literally in the middle of the fens.
Right. But
The city of
it's interesting like you've met so many people through it.
oh, absolutely, and some of them going to be really, really good friends as well.
Yeah. And like
Um,
I've actually met you because of it as well.
it's
And a lot of people like watching now. We've got Dean Buckley watching, we've got Annalise, Patricia Ambarar, Anne Ollington Gilbert, Mandy Bell, Karen Carter.
oh
Thanks for
my god,
watching,
just a
everyone.
few of them.
Wayne Seedon. If you've got any questions for Mark, please ask. Yeah, any really, any
Yeah.
question, it's fine.
I'm on the tablet, so I can't see the comments at the moment.
Oh, bless you. It's fine.
But
Like any questions, I will actually sort of put up so you will see them. So, when you started on this spiritual route, did you ever go to a spiritualist church or anything? Or
I did, yes. At, I mean, I'm going back years, and at the time, I'd recently moved to East London. I was born and raised in West London. Then I
wow,
met my then wife, moved to the East End, which was Barking, that place that was hit by a tornado recently.
right,
And
wow,
there was we got involved with a spiritual community there. And in East Ham, there used to be a really nice church there. We used to go to regular meetings, and they even gave me a little job, which was walking around with a collection dish.
oh, brilliant.
That was quite important doing that.
Yeah, well, at least you had some position within there, didn't you?
Absolutely. So this carried on till about 20. no, 2007.
Whoops, that'd be me.
When we left Essex or East London and then moved to Norfolk, where I stayed till 2016, or moving to Cams.
Wow. Okay. So do you do the spiritualist church now, or have you moved away from that?
I've moved away from it, but not from my spiritualism altogether.
Right.
I've got
Okay.
a lot of them, quite a few of my friends are practicing mediums. The
Yeah.
only thing I wouldn't do is go to them for a reading for obvious reasons, because they're on my friends list.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
I would go to someone on a recommendation and
Yeah.
then take it from there. But
We do tend to get told, like when we are training, sort of not to mention things we know.
of course,
So,
yeah,
when you are in a small group and you are learning and you do get to know people within that group. So if that when we do readings, which we do say not to do anything. Obviously there's certain things you'll know, so don't come out with your wife's name or things like that because you know that, and sometimes it actually makes it harder.
it does. I couldn't agree more. I also
Yeah.
love new age shops.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favourite towns is in North Yorkshire, Skipton,
All
and
right.
oh my goodness, they got so many new age shops. You come out of one shop, you go 2 doors down, you're in another one, and they're fantastic places. They're so friendly as well.
That's
Um,
brilliant.
the only thing I don't get involved with is tarot, but that's just me.
Right. Okay. Do you do readings at all yourself?
I have tried without success.
Right. Okay.
For a few years, I was actively meditating. Then, sadly, 2016 happened. My marriage dissolved, and
Oh.
all that
Okay.
stopped.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Um, some of my friends, they pulled me up to one side and just said, "Just follow what you want to do."
Yeah.
And I
That's right.
sort of steering away from the spiritual side, more onto the paranormal side of things,
Yeah.
which is
It is.
great.
It is so closely linked, but I treat it as separately because in a
The
way we
light,
need the spiritualist to try and communicate with people. But I see it different from giving a reading to somebody, but you are doing the same thing in a way.
absolutely. I mean, I'm into angels and fairies. I've got a small fairy garden.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know if you can see that over my shoulder, my angel picture.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Um, so I've still got my spiritual roots, and I look back at it with great fondness.
Yeah. But
But
it's whatever suits you, isn't it? It's down to
absolutely,
what you want
absolutely, it is. Yes.
and your
Um,
part of the journey.
sorry.
And whatever your part is of the journey is at the same time.
Absolutely. I can see the copy. Hi, Patricia. Yes, Skipton is a beautiful town.
Yeah.
Probably got my retirement plan. I don't know yet.
Oh, way. I've got Louisa Brown watching and Philip Kevin Williams as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Now I've got this question. What's the best experience that has made you scratch your head in disbelief?
Oh, hi, Wayne. How you doing, mate? Um, it wasn't so much an experience. It was sound phenomenon. We were all we were on this one location. It's about 2 years ago, and I'll never forget it. It was the Radar Museum in Neatishead, which is just outside Norwich.
All
We
right.
weren't we weren't even investigating. We were in the tea room, and the batteries were being replaced in a spirit box, and they were just testing it. And all of a sudden, each member of the team heard their names being called, and a few of our guests heard their
Wow.
names being called through the spirit box. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
Um, Another one that's made us sort of scratch our heads, sort of funny, really. I was upstairs at the same location. It's just a very modern area. right upstairs, and just offices, a conference room with a small reference library. There was only myself and Vivian Powell in the conference room, and she was doing a live. And every time she started rolling, we would hear footsteps walking up and down the hallway outside.
Wow.
We left the door open because in case somebody was coming along, we'd hear them. But every time we looked out the door, there was no one there.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely, stuff like that. It's brilliant when it
It,
happens.
it is brilliant. It's kind of becoming the norm, though, isn't it? In some
Absolutely,
ways.
yeah.
If you do enough investigating, you don't go wow anymore, do you? But we had a
Sometimes
few
you do.
wows. We had a few wows on Saturday.
Oh my goodness, yeah, yeah.
That was mad.
I had a wow moment trying to get home as well. The
Really?
A1 slip, yeah, the A1 slip road was shut. We had to pick up the A17 and go home that way. Took me
Oh,
2.5 hours.
that's a bad road, especially if you get stuck behind a tractor.
Luckily, it was early as there was no tractors.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's not a good one. We've got Sylvie Mitchell watching. Um, I've got a question from Annalise. She wants, do you use equipment or do you go on basic instinct? What's your best method of investigating?
Either or. Sometimes I'll take because I've got quite a few EMF meters. I'll take one of them with me for a walk around, or sometimes I'll just go on instincts. Um,
Yeah.
that's that's been quite rewarding in the past. And what were you saying about motorbikes?
Oh,
Don't
okay,
ignore them.
yeah. We had a few disturbances with motorbikes the other day, which sounded rather loud. But yeah, hi Sharon Bradfield. Got Sharon watching
Oh,
as well.
Sharon Van Bosser.
Yeah, so Sharon runs the team that Mark's in, and yeah, it's really brilliant. It was on Saturday night. So you actually go to a certain location quite frequently,
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Rutham.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So what impresses you about Rutham? What is it?
Anyone that's been to Rutham regular like me will tell you that no two visits are ever the same. Um, you might get something that you remember from last time, but otherwise, if a spirit does communicate through a spirit box, it might be a different person to last time. Yeah, hi Anna. I've investigated with Anna Jewel, bless her, GHUK. Um, we've had all sorts happening there. We've had footsteps on the concrete stone steps going up the tower.
Wow.
I know of people that have been taken ill at Rutham, but get them to the tower in the fresh air, they've recovered.
Cool. That sounds brilliant.
One of the but if it's one of the best experiences there, I would say it's a few years back, and it was in one of the Nissan huts. I was
Right.
inside with a small group, and outside the hut was another small group just having a cigarette break, and we all heard inside the sound of a heavy engine aircraft.
Wow. My gosh.
Now the people outside heard nothing, saw and heard nothing.
Oh gosh.
Now
That's
the
made me
thing is,
cringe. That sounds cool.
but the thing is with Rotham, it's still an airfield. It's an operational airfield, but it's used by a flying school now. And they're only
Okay.
little aeroplanes. None of them were flying. They were all parked up for the night.
Wow. So
So
what's the history of the place then? Was it used in the wars as a airbase?
it was an American airbase.
All right,
Um,
okay.
really, I think Penny knows a lot more about the place than I do. But I, I just know it used to be it's a former American airbase.
Wow. So
Yeah, and sorry, yeah, go on.
so you have you investigated with Penny?
Sorry.
Have you investigated with Penny?
I have, yes.
Was that at Rufford?
She was just starting to I think she was working on her second book.
All right, okay.
We went to it was an old airfield near this. I can't remember the name of it now. And we had some stuff going on there. Penny picked up on someone who was frequently comes through. And we had knocks and taps.
Yeah,
But
sounds brilliant.
yeah, you know, they are brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
actually I'm actually going to Rutland quite late this year because you've got a lot of cancellations from last year, so
yeah.
they're all going over into this year. So I'm like going 2 weekends in a row.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah.
yeah, Karen
So
just said it.
during September and Halloween. Yeah, it's certainly, through you've actually mentioned how great it is on numerous occasions. And like every time, like, where are you going, Mark? Oh, I'm going to Rougham. It's
Yeah,
sort of your go-to place, isn't it? So it's
well,
a place I'd
it's
just
like
definitely like to
into the
go
tea
to.
centre. So
Wayne has heard 12 heavy bombers taking off and landing every half an hour there. Wow, it's
yeah,
absolutely amazing.
I did quite.
Cheers for watching, Patricia. Take care. Patricia's got to go. So you're going to Haunted Antiques soon again?
Am I?
I
Yeah, I
think
am.
so. Yeah. So what did
Yeah.
you think last time then?
Oh, it was fantastic. What we experienced there. Michelle was shoved. I was shoved.
Yes.
There might be more to it than that because I think because it went for Michelle, I intervened, so it went for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my take on it. But don't quote me on that, you know.
Yeah, but Michelle was actually pushed on the stairs. So basically, um, I think as soon as we could open, no, it's July, wasn't it, last year?
It was July last year between
July
lock.
last year.
That's it.
Gosh, already. So
That's
I met
ridiculous.
Mark at HAPRC, and Michelle from Haunted Heritage was actually walking up the stairs, and she got pushed whilst on the stairs. And then later on, we sort of got picked up one at a time, and Michelle just got pushed to her knees. And you got taken on as well, didn't you? Well, we all did.
I think it picked us off one by one.
Yeah.
Something had an attitude there.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
one room I want to go back into and spend a bit more time in it is the seance room.
Right, okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. And also, there's a
it's
new party trick there at the moment as well.
oh there is, but you can't say. Is that right?
I can, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there.
Table tipping. So yeah, need to try that out to see how that goes because that was the craziest I've done. That was about 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I need to try that out on the night, obviously. Yeah. So Anne, have you experienced the air raid shelter yet?
Is this at the HAPLC?
Yes, it is. It's in the war room. It was it there?
I
No,
can't remember. I don't think it
you would know
was.
because it takes up quite a bit of the room. So in the war
I don't think
room,
it was there.
yeah,
Is
it
it
wasn't
is
there
something
then.
new? Is it something new he's recently put there? Because I don't remember the
Yeah,
air.
it's probably after that. I've seen it a few times, you see, but yeah, it's probably after July then. Yeah,
Right.
you're going to enjoy that. Yeah.
I'll spend a bit of time in it.
Oh,
I
you
like them.
definitely will. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave you in there for a bit. See what happens. See
Okay,
how we
yeah.
get on. So Wayne said he made contact with a navigator named Jack Fryer. His equipment is stored in the back room of the control tower. And we found in a separate room not investigated before a picture of a bomber crew and Jack was in it. So that's at Rougham.
Oh right. There is yeah, in one of the back rooms there is a lot of equipment in there out of an aircraft.
Wow.
But there's also because it's also got small relics and stuff there. And the back room downstairs in the tower, we've had some good phenomenon there. We've been tapped on the shoulder. We've had knocks and taps on command.
That's brilliant. Yeah, it's oh he's got a B-17 navigator's compass as well.
Oh wait, oh nice one.
At Rufford. Rougham rather. Yeah.
I'll have to look.
Annalise wants to know if you've ever had an attachment.
No, thankfully not. No.
Wow.
And not that I'm aware of anyway.
Oh, okay. So do you ground and protect yourself then?
I do ground and protect myself. And
Right.
when we left the location last weekend, Vivian grounded us all before we went.
Right. Okay.
I knew I'd be okay.
Yeah, I noticed you all get into in a circle, and I just like got in my car and drove off. Yeah, just waved. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's all
carried
good.
it.
And I don't think I brought anything home with me for a change, so that's all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right.
So, so you always do that through somebody else, or do you do that yourself as well?
Sometimes I do it myself, but other times I just let somebody else volunteers to ground us all. I'll let them get on
Yeah,
with it.
that's cool. So, how would you do protection yourself? What's your way of doing protection?
I just visualize like a pure white bubble around me,
Right. Yeah.
and
Okay.
that's like a sort of protection thing for me, which seems
Yeah,
to work.
that's cool. That's brilliant. You still get
We've
an
all got
activity with that as well.
yeah, um, we've all got our own methods of what we use for grounding and protection.
Yeah, that's it. Or not, as the case may
Yeah,
be.
exactly. Yes.
Oops. What can you say?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think that's probably why you don't get attachments, and I sometimes do, because I don't
So,
protect myself. Sometimes I should do, but hey ho.
when was the last attachment?
Hey,
When did you last have an attachment?
last year I took him camping with me. It's really unpleasant. I had a really shocking holiday, and I was stuck in the stormy ENF, and I was in a tent, and it's leaking everywhere. And I was so
Oh,
miserable because he was such a grumpy one. And it just, oh no, I think I've had one since then actually. Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of normal, really. I just don't realise, and then for weeks, all of a sudden, I feel I've been tired for absolutely ages now, and then you think, oh, I think I've got an attachment, and then you realise exactly that you are really tired, and there's no valid reason for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's when, and then when you
Right
do
away.
Zoom calls and people go, oh, I can see this bloke behind you. It's like, oh, okay, shouldn't be.
Yeah,
It
so you're
wasn't the
looking over your
spirit yet.
shoulder. Yeah,
Yeah, a couple of people in my development lesson actually saw this person behind me and described him, and he's the same guy as I picked up at a location I've been to because I recognised him when they described him. Which is interesting, but hey
it
ho.
is.
So, where in the world would you investigate if you could?
Oh, I'd definitely love to do the Queen Mary.
Yeah,
Absolutely, that seems to be the go-to. I would say more that than Alcatraz. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah. My dad used to work on the Queen Mary. He
I
worked in the
remember you
engine
saying
room. So,
no,
like, he always told us as kids, and it's like the most awesome thing ever. But you never pay attention to it as a kid, do you?
no,
But
no.
yeah. So I do follow a page on Facebook what shows Queen Mary photos, but I haven't seen any photos of the engine room as yet. Really
All right.
intrigued.
I'm sure somebody will post some soon, but I think the engines are not there anymore. They've been lifted out.
Oh, well,
Or
yeah, they're not really required, are they, in all fairness? So
no.
I just can't think of anything worse. And it must have been horrible working in hot and horrible, you know? I don't know if he used coal or whatever to do it. Oh dear. It
I
just seems really
think
grim.
I'm not sure. Would have I think they would have used coal.
Yeah,
Almost
that's what
certain
I've
of it.
always imagined.
But for a ship, there was a lot of death on there as well, which totally surprised me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just a whole different world in those days, wasn't it? When that was first launched and people
Yeah.
did get ill and there weren't sort of cures like there are now and so medicine was a lot different, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it last sold in the 60s, wasn't it? Something like that.
I'm not sure. Yeah. It is certainly somewhere on my wish list. And yeah, Alcatraz as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
I'd
a
like
good
to
one.
do that. Yeah, definitely like to visit Alcatraz one day.
Have you been to any prisons in the UK?
Um, just the one you know about, which is Ashwell.
Ashwell, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there twice. That's quite good.
Yeah. So what sort of
Definitely.
activity do you get there?
Knocks, bumps, footsteps. Oh, here's a good one. I don't know if Karen Evans is watching, but being followed.
Wow.
We were the only two in E-wing. All the others were over the other side of the site, and it's quite daunting when you hear these hurried footsteps coming up the hallway behind you.
Oh God, yeah.
The thing is with E-wing, it's done out like a maze. You can't walk straight down the corridor. You've got to cut through rooms and back it up. This was like someone walking right down the corridor.
Oh my gosh. But then again, at Mansfield, I had something walking around me the other day and it freaked me out a lot.
Was that in the alien section?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
horrendous. Yeah, I weren't impressed. Well,
No.
I was, but not at the time. Yeah, used to things like walking around you. You know, you do get footsteps sometimes. It's great, but when you're sitting on the floor and it's on the carpet right next door to you, you hear these steps. It's
Mm,
like, oh, okay. And they got louder and louder and more frequent. You're like, oh, yeah.
definitely.
So, have you got any sort of plans on the paranormal side? You're going to carry on with the team, sort of go out on their events?
I'm yeah, I'm still going out with East Anglia Paranormal
Yeah,
Rural
the
Intervention.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, except the one in Sussex. There is one in Sussex. I haven't heard anything more about that, so I'm not sure if it's still going ahead.
Right. Okay.
Um, but there's plans to return to Ashwell.
Yes.
What is it? I think I'm at Rougham twice this year, which is very unusual for me because normally this would have been like my fifth or sixth visit
Wow.
because it's only 45 minutes away from me, so it's really easy to get to.
That's cool. Yeah. Got a question from Von then.
Oh,
Did
hi,
you
everyone.
find out what the blood was from the cell door?
No, we never did. Um, Now, for those of you watching who not sure what Von is on about, we found some. It was a big pool of blood, basically, in one of the corridors outside
I
the
saw the
stairwell.
photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know what it is. The guy in charge of the site, he didn't know. There had been some because they like do zombie shootouts there. This was
Right.
during the day. He said there was a team in during the day, but there was no blood because he did a walkthrough.
That's weird.
And we joined two of the other guests and just at the top of the stairs looking at this blood. And about when we checked all this, about 5-10 minutes before that, another team walked past that area and didn't see nothing.
Yeah. As long
So
as it's not too dark. Like if it's dark, you might miss it. It depends
there
if your
are
torch
lights.
is in that direction, doesn't it?
Yeah, the thing is, there's like night lights in that area because it was the
Okay.
door by the stairwell. So you've got the emergency exit sign illuminated it.
Yes. Oh yeah. Blighted ghost hunting are everywhere, aren't they? Can't have total darkness because you've got the green emergency lights.
But that was
Yeah.
quite interesting and it left a scratch in our heads.
Wow. Yeah. It was an interesting picture. And,
Yeah.
if nobody saw it beforehand, it's just one of them, isn't it? Just
Oh,
absolutely no idea on that one. That's cool.
yeah.
Anna Jewel then, she says, if you had opportunity to investigate with anyone, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good question because I've got so many friends within the paranormal community and I've investigated with quite a few of them. Um, I don't know. That's a quite a good question. It's quite a big question to answer. Um, I would definitely investigate Derby Jail with Richard Felix.
Right, okay. I'll have to try and sort that one out for you. I do want to book that location, all fairness, and yeah. And it's very close to me as well. So I'm just 7 miles away from Derby and Nottingham, so it's
Oh,
kind of
that's not too
handy. Yeah, so I'm going there a couple of times this year. And you met this bloke then, Wayne.
bad. Yes, I have. Wait, when was that last year? I can't remember now. Oh God, my brain. Um, that was. Oh God, my mind is turned to mush. I can't
If
even
in
remember.
doubt, if in doubt, say Ruffham. I'm sure Wayne will tell us in a
Wasn't
minute.
Redoubt Fort.
Oh, like, oh, that looks awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a long drive for me. That one is. Blimey.
Um,
But yeah,
yeah, it's about an hour and a half from me, so not too bad.
yeah. It
I,
looks an awesome location.
it is. Um, I've done the one in Felix though, which is Landguard Fort, but only as a day
Right.
visit. And I thought I'd love to come back at night and have a look.
Okay, because there's a few forts near Cleethorpes, and I always kind of wonder. I'd love to get onto one of those,
Yeah,
but they're like standalone, so they're not even on the land, so they're not very accessible.
yeah, you've got quite a few good locations out your way, which I'd love to have a look at.
Yeah, I guess like if you got these locations around you, just take them for granted, though, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know. So I've
Um,
got the National Justice Museum, obviously. I've got Derby Jail. I've got Matlock Pavilion, which is awesome. Haunted Antiques. That's only 3/4 of an hour away. Like, there's just loads of things just in this area. It's just really handy. So, what's the nearest haunted location to you?
oh, I was just about to comment on that. I wouldn't say really haunted, but one that's quite popular with investigators or ghost hunters alike, and it's the Ely Museum, which is literally 10 minutes away from me. Now
Okay,
I'm there in a few months with Ghost Hunt UK, and I'm
brilliant.
not sure if Andy Jewel will be joining us. Um, yeah, the last time I was allowed to do a solo in one of the back bedrooms, and again I was going live, and there were knocks, taps.
Brilliant.
And at one point the bed shook as well because I had a torch resting on the bed, even though I was sat on the floor. I just saw
Oh,
the
wow.
torch shudder.
Did you get that
So
on live feed then? Did you get that on live or anything?
I was live at the time, so it's possible it would have done. Yeah,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Because if, the torch is moving, you can see it like we were sort of standing around a barrel, three of us the other night, and you couldn't actually move the barrel, but it seemed that the torch was moving on top, didn't it?
it did seem that way, but
Yeah,
no, the camera
as
wouldn't
it's
move.
been tapped by something.
But there was something interacting with us because there were taps and knocks on that item we were trying to move.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like Gary's watching. He said he's going back to Ariadne. He said Mark failed to mention he started talking in Polish in a female voice. What?
Who's that? Is that Vivian?
No, it's
Is that
Gary. So you speak in Polish then?
now I can see the comment right. Yes, this happened 2 years ago. Myself and Vivian are upstairs in where all the admin's offices are. We're in a small a small reference library, and Vivian picked up on an energy in the corner, not far from where actually I was standing. But I don't know if this spirit or whatever realised it might have been called and just wanted to get out the door,
Right.
but I was in its way.
Okay.
Um, I do remember something rushing past me, but the
Okay.
next thing I know, Vivian's supporting me upright. And she said I was speaking in a foreign language.
Brilliant. Shame that's not on camera. Could all have a
It's
laugh.
yeah.
Is it on camera?
I don't think it is. Probably not after all this time. But you never know. it wasn't me doing the lot. I don't think we were going live at the time because we were on our way down to the conference room.
Oh wow, that sounds cool. Have you got any good evidence on camera or EVP or anything?
Just on not so much uh, photograph because I've got quite a few what you call orb
Yes.
pics. I'm very suspect about them, and I will
Yeah.
look into them further. But auditory phenomenon, yeah, I've heard my name called through the speaker. We've had some very clear conversations going as well, especially at Ruffham. So, yeah, most of the evidence that we got is like auditory.
That's brilliant. Do you think it's a skill as like a medium and that you can hear and that is one of your skills, whereas other people can't hear it?
I would love to hear it. I mean, like I said, I've only heard them through recorders
Oh
and
right, okay. But you did hear a voice in Mansfield, didn't you?
there was a voice, yes,
Yeah.
and it was whispered in my ear, but I cannot make out what it was saying. That was in the jail cell, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was it. Or
That's
whatever
it.
that room's for. But yeah, it's like a jail, isn't it? That's what I call it.
There's just this room, and there's just one cell in the middle of it, you know.
I can
But
see your comments, Von. Von's got issues with comments.
oh bless.
Um, yeah, I can see your comments. Gary says it was never caught on camera, but Vivian was there and I was in the file room next door and heard it. Oh wow, okay, that's cool, isn't it? To get more than one witness as well.
And I think Alex was with us at the time, Gary, as well. He was in the same room as us.
That's brilliant when you sort of get more people who actually witness something and it's not
Yeah,
just you. It's
absolutely.
it's brilliant. We've got Michelle Smith watching.
Oh
Um,
bless.
yeah, Michelle missed the bit when we're talking about her. Your ears must have been burning about you being pushed over. But yeah. So you say you're sensitive then, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. I can. I mean, going back to what Annalise was saying about using equipment or my own senses, um, I prefer the I prefer my own senses because I'm aware of like if someone's standing behind me because you can really feel them, just like a normal person standing behind you. Of course, when you look behind you, there's no one there.
Yeah,
This is what I got on Saturday.
yeah.
This guy, he was not happy we were there, and well, we could all hear him walking around.
Yeah, that's right.
So that wasn't just me; we could hear him.
I certainly sat in that like dark little corner, and me and Karen were sitting in there because I don't know. There's something about that corner. There's always like something lurking under there, which is why we sat down there. But then you were changing into a monk in front of our eyes, which is amazing.
I've got a scary face anyway, but you know, Karen couldn't look at me.
Well, it kept hiding because it kept going under your. You got the habit on sort of thing, the monk's outfit, so it
I
kept sort of covering your face a bit as well, which is quite
I
random.
was
But yeah,
wearing
it's brilliant.
I was wearing a hoodie at the time, but I didn't have the hood up. You know, it was down.
Yeah, but it kept covering your face, which is brilliant. Yeah,
In my write up, I said it's a dark area, but that doesn't mean negative. It just means that it is a dark area. The lights are quite dim, and there's like
yeah.
steps everywhere.
You've
Which
just
didn't
got
you
the
miss any
under
steps?
fire exit one, just
Yeah.
everywhere. But yeah, it's brilliant night, and yeah, you can pick up things certainly. And so, how do you know when they're around you then?
Like I said, I can. It's just like having someone standing next to you or behind
Right,
you. Just
somebody in your energy then.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've all got energies, whether we're living or dead.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just energy that comes close and you can feel it. And sometimes you can even tell if it's a man or woman. The
Brilliant.
energies are different.
Yeah. So you sort of do know quite a bit about the mediumship side of things then. The fact that you can tell the difference between a male and female energy. That's good.
Yeah, I've sat in development circle quite a few times,
Yeah.
but I haven't been to a development class now for some years.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
I am in development groups as well on Facebook, which are great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It is interesting to learn, isn't it? Take care, Wayne. Thanks for watching.
See you, Wayne. Always, mate.
Oh yeah, Mark will be at the Skaggy Parafest on the 17th, won't you? Which
I
sounds
will indeed.
like an interesting event.
It's going to be my first Parafest, and
Wow.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
One,
it's at Church Farm as well, isn't it?
yeah. Again, this is somewhere I've not been to, so yeah, Skeggy. I mean, I'm really looking forward to going here.
Brilliant. Yeah, I
So it's going
stayed in
to
Skeggy a couple of years ago and had a quick nosy. Sort of drove towards it, just check it out, and it's a farm, in the middle of the houses, isn't it, in Skeggy? And it's yeah, I haven't been there yet, but it is on my list.
well, luckily I won't have to drive there. I asked Vivian Powell if she'd swing by the house and pick me up, and she said yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's brilliant. Yeah. So Anna says it's a great place for an investigation.
Right, so something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think with me, I just stay within the hour. So a 2 hour drive, I can't drive 2 hours after an event, so it's
No,
hard
you
work.
said that's fine, and that used to be me. I would not drive more than an hour and a half tops
Yeah,
to get from A to B. But then Sharon kept nagging me. I need to get out of my comfort zone, get out of East
yeah,
Anglia. So right
yeah,
there you go. Mansfield's about as far as where you can get as any.
yeah. And Mansfield, yeah, it's quite a place. My family are from there anyway. So yeah,
Oh,
so Michelle's never been to the Parafest at the moment. I don't know. I keep getting problems with clicking buttons, I think.
oh yeah, your laptop's still playing up, is it?
Oh, it's fine now, luckily.
Oh, it's working, is it?
Yeah, I think it's because I've been downloading stuff and the memory's got a bit wrong because there's just too many photos on it. So that is the issue I'm having. Have you ever been really scared?
Do you know I haven't? No. As strange as it may seem, um, there's stuff there like we had a door open on us once a few years back, and that didn't even scare me. The first thing I've
Wow.
done was just have a look at the door and see if there was a breeze or something blowing it open.
Yeah, that's it. That's
But
a
I
true
could feel there was
investigator.
a breeze. Yeah, I could feel there was a breeze of sort that might have done that. But no, I can't say I have.
That's brilliant. Yeah. So Gary's just saying there's still tickets available. So contact Sharon
Everybody
Bradford.
advertising.
Sorry for the advertising. You're not. You're not sorry at all. You know. But yeah, that'd be a great time though when you can get there.
Absolutely, yes.
So, have you ever seen an apparition?
No, it is on my to-do list though at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
really.
no, I. Oh, sorry.
Have you seen light anomalies?
Now them I have,
Right.
but
Okay.
I can't really tell what it was we were looking at. Um,
Okay.
so a few years ago, we were at the Cage in St. Osiph in Essex,
You mentioned
and
that a few times. Must have been an
it's
amazing location.
a former witches' prison, which at the
Wow.
time was a private house that just entertained ghosts. And So that's my phone ringing. Send him my dad. I'll call him back. And downstairs in the kitchen, you got like a bag of TV screens. And even though nobody had been upstairs for like over an hour, you could still see these light anomalies floating all over the place.
Wow.
It could have been dust, but it was over now since somebody had been up there last, and we were all downstairs on a break.
Oh, okay.
So what they were is anybody's guess.
Yeah. Have you seen them with your eyes though?
Not with my own eyes, no. Only through a camera lens.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
There was one. It was oh, hi, Michelle. Definitely. Oh yeah, there's an abbey near Swaffham.
Right. Okay.
And a few years back, we were around the back of it, just in a lane, and I took off some random pictures. And there, in the middle of the lane, was this like light anomaly, but there was no light source. There's no street lights. It was gone bit,
Okay.
so there were no cars or anything.
Yeah. That's
Um,
brilliant. But I like the way that you question everything.
I do question it, even though I'm a strong believer. Excuse
Yeah.
me. That's it. Um, even though I am a strong believer in the afterlife, I will say, right, I want proof. You will show me proof. You know, if I don't see it, it probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
I will. I've started to question an awful lot. When I got a confession now, when I first started doing this movement, I used to think orbs were real, and I thought, well, there's a light there. It's got to be a ghost.
Yeah.
Of course, over time, I've learned to look at rational explanations like light sources, anything around that could even trick, even the flash from your own camera.
Yeah. That's right. Like I first watched Most Haunted, and series one was full of orbs, and I was astounded how it could actually capture a ghost, and it's kind of really kind of scary, wasn't it? Like you
That
see
was
it on TV, and they actually capture the ghost, and it's like this orb. It's like wow. And then series two, well, no, I actually went on an invest just after that, and they
yeah.
actually debunked it by having a red wool rug and shaking it, and then all of a sudden there's like red orbs everywhere. So yeah, that was interesting. Michelle's got a question like, how did you two meet? We met at Haunted Antiques.
Do you mean before we met or how we got together? Because it would have been
Um,
through
we
Facebook.
actually met through Facebook groups, really.
And then last year was the first time we met at the Haunted Antique Centre.
Yeah, and
And
so we met again on Saturday, and we're meeting again next Saturday
yeah,
for round whatever at the Haunted Antiques. See what we can get through this time, but it's changed a lot. Like I think, oh God, I think I've been there 3 times this year already.
have you?
It's only been open since May. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Have
it is
I?
a good
Yes.
place. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. And it's just so different every time you go.
Be good to
There's,
see Neil again as well.
hmm?
It'll be good to see Neil again.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You know, it's such a lovely place, isn't it? It's nice energy. Well, nice energy. What can I say? There's some
There's energy
interesting
there.
spirits
Yeah.
around, aren't there? But yeah, I like to see what the changes are for you when you go back again.
I
And
would
I'm
be
sure
very, yeah.
I'm sure you'll notice something different. Yeah, because last time I went, the dolls were actually moving. So Hannah doll and the ventriloquist dummy, whatever he is, they were actually moving in front of our eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it wasn't wow, it was like, oh my God, that's moving. She was moving her feet and her arms and everything. And like we're all
When,
staring, thinking, is it the light or but the dummy actually he moved right in front of my eyes in the chair in
yeah.
light. So he was just sitting there and he just went like that. And I was staring at him. It's like, really? Because like the previous time, it actually out the chair onto the floor right in front of my feet. So it's just mad. So
I
Michelle has a question then. What would you want your best para experience to be?
My best para experience. That's quite a good one.
Yeah.
Um, I would definitely like to see something that I think I can't explain. That could be an apparition, could be a shadow person. Um, that would just be the icing on the cake for me to actually see something and not have to question it.
Yeah, the Holy Grail.
Um, actually, there was one. Um, something did happen. Oh, it was 2, 3 years ago now, and it was at the Toll House jail in Yarmouth. This wasn't with East Anglia Paranormal, and we did see a shadow figure. All the guests saw it too,
Wow.
and we had a couple of REM pods on the floor, and they just went crazy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So it's when stuff like that happens. But that was like a shadow person. We could actually see it moving in the corner of the room,
Oh, that's brilliant.
but it wasn't what I would call a full-on apparition.
Yeah. But to get the validation of the REM pods as well.
We can't explain it. They just went crazy. Nobody was near them. We were just sat in a circle on chairs,
Wow.
and we weren't even down in the dungeons. We were like in the court, the old court area.
Oh, brilliant.
And yeah, so to get validation like that was really good.
That's fantastic. So Michelle's got another question then. What would be your nightmare person to go ghost hunting with?
You want me to name names?
Yeah, it's Michelle.
Oh, Michelle's lovely, bless her.
Yeah, she is.
Um,
Or personality type, maybe.
yeah, that's what I was thinking more.
Yeah, let's do a general one.
Know-it-alls, definitely.
Right, okay.
Know-it-alls or people who scream when something happens.
I do.
Um, perhaps people who've seen it on TV thinking it's exactly the same thing out in the field. No, it isn't.
Yeah, that's it. It is just so different, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's so many that fall into that category.
Yeah, what was your first event like? Can you remember much about it? Because I know you did mention like your taps, your bangs, and things, but can you remember the first time you walked into a haunted event? What did you think was going to happen?
I don't really know what my expectations were. I walked into the museum. Um, the group owner met me and showed me to the refreshment room. After that, we all had our usual safety briefing, and we went round. There weren't many of us. We ran in two small teams. Um, the group owner says he heard something like a rustling of a skirt swishing past him,
Oh,
going into
okay.
the other rooms, but I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Um, but there were sounds there like we just couldn't explain. Were knocks, there were taps, and it was usually all on command as well.
Yeah. But what did you think when you first heard those taps as well? Did you think, oh, it's a ghost, or what did you think of it?
I was actually quite excited when I heard them because I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, okay. At the time, I'd just come into this movement, and I didn't think of who's doing that.
Right, okay. Yeah.
It was happening on command, so maybe, you know, of course, now I'd ask who's doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just say if that was
Radiator. It's always a radiator, isn't it? Having a little
yeah.
noise, oh, blame the radiator.
I mean,
Or the
sadly, I'm not.
windows.
Sadly, I'm not associated with the group anymore because we had a fallout some years back.
Yeah, it seems to happen with groups, doesn't it, for some reason? I don't know why, but hey.
That was my yeah, and just after I fell out with them, then of course I met Gary and Sharon with East Anglia
Wow.
Paranormal. and that was at the Wheaton Castle ruin in Norfolk.
Oh, way. How long you been with the group then?
Oh, quite a few years now. 2017, I think it is. So quite a few years.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah,
So
I didn't tend to stay with groups very long, but hey, hey. I've spread my wings now, but hey, happens.
sort
So what happened at TS Vancouver in Kings Lynn?
of, was that up in the attic, Gary? My goodness, he's got a good memory. I know the location. It is a good location. It's where the Sea Scouts are based in Kings Lynn. We've been there twice. I can't remember anything specific. I know we've had lots of knocks and taps and stuff going on there. We had movement up in the
The Mirror.
yeah.
He's forgetful, isn't he, Gary?
Quite forgetful. Yeah, absolutely. Um, we did a bit of mirror scrying, and I think it was Gary who was doing the mirror experiment, and his face features just changed.
Wow.
Um, you can see whoever had a beard, and we think he had a tricorn hat on as well,
Brilliant.
because there was quite a few of us watching him do this, and so we could all get an idea of what was happening.
I love mirror scrying. It's brilliant. And there's a brilliant mirror at Haunted Antiques what you can scry into. It's got
Was there?
7 cracks down it, yeah. In the seance room, if you dare.
I'd give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then that's a promise, is it? We'll try and do a live feed of you mirror scrying in the large mirror. But yeah.
Is that painting still in there? There was a painting of a little boy on the floor under the table. Is that still there?
Not sure. There's a crying boy picture somewhere. Is that the one? I don't
That's the
know.
one.
It's changed though. It's changed a lot since you went. The energy's just changed over time. So yeah, you're going to be in for a good night hopefully on Saturday.
I'm looking forward to going back into the war room. Is that wheelchair still there?
Oh yeah,
That's
wheelchairs
the one.
there. Yeah, like the wheelchair.
Don't try to scare a guess.
Oh, your eyes went red. Wow.
Do you know? I vaguely remember it. Yeah. I mean, this is about, I don't know. When was the last time we were at TS Vancouver, Gary? It must have been a good 3 years ago.
You must have had so many encounters. You can't remember your eyes going red.
There was something. I do remember taking part in the mirror scrying experiment while there,
Yeah,
because I've also tried mirror scrying at Ruffin when nothing happened.
right, okay.
But yeah, Michelle wheelchair. Ugh.
So it's at least 3 years ago then when you did the scrying. So
Yeah.
yeah,
See, I
I
can't
bet
even
you're
remember what happened yesterday. Never mind 3 years
yeah,
ago.
I'm not sure what I had for dinner in all fairness. So there you go. Yeah, I think we're doing paranormal investigating because I do try and write things down. You've written down what happened at the weekend. And I
Yeah,
kind of feel it handy to sort of like read back, like when it comes up on Facebook memories, like a year ago you were here and this happened, and you forget all about it. So it is useful to write it down, isn't it?
it is. Yeah. Sorry, I've just the downstairs phone ringing.
Bless you.
I'll call him back. Don't worry.
Oh, way. But
But yeah. So this year it's really exciting. Going to be really busy as well with investigations.
yeah.
Sadly, I've had to turn two down.
Oh no.
Yeah, because of all the cancellations from last year, they're being brought over to this year. So
Yeah.
I'm trying not to double book myself. Then
It's
my
a hard
friend,
one.
Yeah, then my friend Marie, I've known her here. She runs a small development group. She's not a paranormal group at all.
Yeah.
She books Rutham for one night of the year, and I've had to turn her down
Oh no.
for the
Gosh.
first time in about 3, 4 years. Yeah,
Oh, bless you.
because where I'm going on that night, I'm only going 10 minutes up the road to the Ely Museum.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
possibly I'll see Anna Jewel. I don't know because it's with the GHUK team.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You sounds like you go to these fantastic locations, and
I
yeah, I
love
definitely want to go to Rotherham again. Well, I want to go to
absolutely
Rotherham.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. One of the best places I think I've been to, although not much happened. I mostly went for the history. It's the Majestic Cinema in Kings Lynn.
Wow.
Um,
Amazing.
it's an incredibly old place, and we went backstage and everything.
Brilliant.
But that was it. Nothing really happened. One of the chairs did flip on its own, but we don't know. We don't know if somebody had sat on it and it was just a delayed thing or what. But that was really. I just remember the history side of it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I like theatres. I went to one and I took my mum and dad with me randomly, who had
Mm.
passed. So I knew somebody was right next door to me, but the medium went up on stage at the beginning of this event and sort of said,
Yeah,
right, your mum's next door to you. There's a bloke in a wheelchair behind you. I was actually taking them with me to Leicester. And they used to go to Leicester a lot when they were living. So, yeah, it's quite random, but yeah,
yeah, definitely.
you do these things, don't you?
Well, you've got to. I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
But yeah, theatre's amazing. You know, you've got all the extra energy there, haven't you? And that's part of the reason I like Matlock Pavilion.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's quite good. I'll have to get
Yeah.
around to it. And there's another one in Leeds. I forgot the name of it, but that's no one would like to investigate.
All right. So we are running out of time. Are you okay for a few minutes? Are you fine to talk?
Um, yeah.
Oh, that's all good then. Excuse the background noise. The dog's licking his feet. So, not including Rougham Control Tower. What's your favourite location?
Um. Hmm. Radar Museum, definitely. At
Yeah.
Neatishead. It's quite a big location. Lots of dark corners where you can just sit out of everyone's way and just wait, basically, for something to happen.
Yeah.
Um. Oh yeah. Toll House Jail in Yarmouth. That's another good one I've been to.
Brilliant.
Ashwell Jail. That's up your way.
Yeah, that's on my list, and
There's
I'm going
quite.
there this year.
Oh, you are, yeah.
Yes. Looking forward to that one.
Have you not been before?
No, I think I've tried to book on it before, but it didn't. Well, years ago, yeah. So yeah, I fancied that for a while.
It sells out quick.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
the industrial estate it's on is huge, so try not to get. I always get lost going in
Oh, fantastic. Yeah,
because
that's
it's
the
sort of
problem
set.
with places, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know, you're traveling out. You know, you're trying to get somewhere about 8, 9ish, and then trying to find something. It's a bit like Drakelow tunnels as well. Like, you know, it's in the middle of a country lane, and you go in winter, you couldn't actually see anything. There's no sign outside to say what it is.
no,
So first time I went there, I just pulled in this lay-by. I thought, well, that looks like the picture. Is that it? And then I was just waiting on my own down this damn dark country lane, just hoping, really, till another car pulled up, and it's like, well, are they flashing the headlights? So they actually meet me there to go on an investigation. But yeah, it's get some interesting places to go to, don't you?
yeah. Drakelow Tunnel, another place on my to-do list, which I'll
It's
probably get.
gone, hasn't it? Sadly.
Oh, I thought they'd restarted again. Or was that just a rumor?
I don't know. There's a museum, but they're actually having Drakelow Tunnels as a storage place. So part
Right.
of it is a museum, but yeah, it's a shame because that was a fascinating place to go. We picked up some right dark energy when I went there. It was Yeah, because that's with Gary Fields, who you've met as well, haven't you?
That's right, I have. Yeah,
And
lovely guy.
yeah, we're in the one of the kitchens, and the energy was crazy. And like he said, for us to get out of there at that time because it was getting a bit heavy, even for Gary. So yeah.
One place that retains the energy, especially bad energy, it's Kelvin and Hatch in
Oh,
Brentwood.
okay, right.
I've only been there as a day visitor, and we got there just after it opened. And this is during the
Wow.
day, and the energy, because there's no windows there, and you're just going down all the time.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
really, it's a really good place.
Right. Yeah, that's on my list as well. But yeah, oh, fantastic. Anyway, thanks for talking to us. It's been lovely,
You're welcome.
and
Enjoy.
I'm sure I'll see you very soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we'll try and do some lives together from Haunted Antiques, won't we?
absolutely. Yeah,
But yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
and I think you need to do some scrying in the large mirror there, the large portal mirror, let's say.
I can't promise anything.
Oh, we'll see. It's an
Definitely.
interesting mirror, so if you want to do scrying, that's the one to try. But then there's the other little room as well, where there's scrying with mirrors everywhere. So yeah. But yeah, thanks so much anyway. It's been really interesting. And thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks for sharing. And thanks for all your questions. But stay safe,
Yeah,
everyone, and look
as
after
always.
yourselves. But thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
All right.
See you.
Bye.